Oh, oh, oh! I wasn't ready. Whee!
Look! Jinzhou City's just up ahead! Rover?
Huh? Oh.
There you are. My dearest. Seed of fate. Alrighty, what should we do next? Shall we go grab a bite?
Yeah.
I am to return to the Academy.
Oh.
The anomalies of the Gorges of Spirits, the resurgence of that tacit field, and the many wave-worn phenomena occurrences.
Then I'll go submit our report and prepare the documentation needed for Rover's audience with the Magistrate while I'm there.
Documentation.
It's the political hub of Jinzhou, and where the Grand Library is located. The City Hall is an important place. Seeking an audience with a Magistrate isn't too difficult, but there are still rules to follow. Then I guess I'll take Rover over to the Nexus Tower for registration first. And we'll just hang out for a while. Being new to Jinzhou and all, he can't be left standing outside the City Hall with nothing to do. Hospitality is our local specialty, you know. Then I'll leave you in Shizia's care, Rover. Is that all right with you? Leave it to me.
I'll send the branch of Resin Medical Science a notice. We need to conduct a thorough physical examination on you to make sure you are fine. Come visit the Academy after your audience if you have no other plans.
Sure.
You guys done yet? What's the holdup? Let's move! Then I'll have more time to show Rover around. We've got loads of fun in Jinzhou. We can go watch lion dances, hero plays, stand-up shows, and then maybe the martial championships. Plus tons of different treats to try out. You think it, we have it.
All right. Let's go.
Shisa, Ally of Justice, at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero?
Oh, there it is. No way! I can go between both? Oh, that's so cool. Alright, so let's go to the Nexus Beacon. Did I make the game worse? Oh my goodness.
Here we are. Jinzhou's Nexus Tower. Exactly. Let me see. Think of it as Jinzhou's largest service station. Or an integration hub. It's something along those lines. I'm not much of a tech person myself. Long story short, it's a navigator, a defense system, and a regional information center all in one enormous package. The smaller ones we ran into earlier are resonance beacons. Data is shared between all beacons. You activate one, and the entire map's data will be relayed to your terminal. Just place your terminal here.
Cool.
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the Magistrate at any time. Shuzia, do you mind bringing Rover over to the City Hall?
This is a cool shot. I ain't gonna lie. It's a really cool shot. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the infinite stamina you get when running in the city. It's really nice for traveling around.
Ew. First time seeing such a crowd in front of the City Hall.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before.
Are they all here for an audience with the Magistrate?
Most of the people here have applied for an audience, but I heard they've all been turned down.
Turned down by who?
Most people were advised to leave by the Magistrate's bodyguard upon sending in their applications. The ones staying here are either trying to apply for some other people or just too stubborn to leave. The few that made it inside said it only took one freezing look from Lady Sanhua, and they were compelled to leave.
What kind of description is that? Sounds like you've met some snake-haired lady and got turned into stone.
So who's Sanhua?
She's the Magistrate's personal bodyguard.
Oh, I've heard of her before. She's the all-round Death Glare / Terminator Ice Beauty.
Terminator?
That's what the rumors say, at least.
Perhaps the Magistrate is not here yet?
There is a small chance she's not in the City Hall, but it's very unlikely for her not to be in Jinzhou. Or rather, it's nearly impossible for the Magistrate to leave Jinzhou at all. With her busy schedule, it's already difficult to find any time off. In addition, as the Magistrate of Jinzhou, leaving the land under her jurisdiction without authentication is not allowed unless she's engaged on a business trip or when Jinzhou's safety is under threat.
Yep, there's gotta be something big if that's the case.
Me they're waiting for?
So this is the true confidence of our rover. I agree, though. So far, you've been ticking all the boxes in our magistrate's description.
Can holographic messages be pre-recorded?
Sure it can.
Have you thought of something, Rover?
I'm wondering why the magistrate wanted to meet her guest, in person.
You mean...
Still, how does she decide who's her guest and who's
I
not?
can't really keep up with your thoughts. But I think a meeting with a magistrate wouldn't hurt.
My mind is an enigma. Sorry.
Same here. Anyway, our magistrate's the best lead we have for now, no matter what she has in store for Rover.
What do you think?
Huh? Me? I'm just wondering how to take you, Yang Yang, and Baizhi for some chow after this. But my shift's almost coming up. Don't know if we'll make it.
I don't have anything particular in mind. It was me who... we took you to Jinzhou. I think we should keep you company. At least while you're still here.
Oh, I see.
What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover your memories?
Oh, the loss of memory doesn't really bother me.
In that case, how about meeting with the magistrate first? She may have the answers you're looking for. We're not allowed to go with you. Shixia and I will be right outside the city hall. We'll be waiting for you.
Okay.
That's right. We're not going anywhere. Just give us a shout if anything goes down. Wait, no, we won't be able to hear you. Plus, they've got this rule about not yelling inside the city hall.
Gotcha. Okay. Whoa.
Please, follow me.
Like, I can't just walk. I have to run.
Kindly have a seat.
Okay.
Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly.
So, Sanho's using a shotgun gun to scan me.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate.
Hello.
I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner.
Oh, cool,
I
thanks.
apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time.
Why 3 days?
Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task.
Oh, yeah.
Madam Magistrate
sense.
wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madam Magistrate. Please accept my sincerest gratitude. Yes,
Sure.
Madam Magistrate does hope to have your assistance, but there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment.
Okay. Where is the magistrate?
Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person.
She alright?
Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madam Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person.
That sucks. Alright, got it. So, how are you certain I was the guest?
Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional.
Thanks. I heard many people were politely asked to leave.
Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate.
Wait, so like, does that mean that she has the same thing that like Y'shtola has for Final Fantasy 14? Like how Y'shtola can, like she's blind, but she can sense the ether around her to make like a vision, well, a visual. And so, does she use frequencies to do the same thing, Sanwa? What does my frequency look like?
You look undistorted and authentic in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are.
What do the frequencies of others look like?
They all look different.
Okay.
May I have your terminal for a moment?
Are we exchanging contacts now? Just kidding. What do you want with it?
I need your terminal for access pass authorization. In the meantime, I will configure the latest utility modules for you.
Ooh.
Madam Magistrate thought you might need it.
Yes, please.
The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon.
Whoa.
You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou.
So no more annoying paperwork.
Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities.
Dang. I got access to like everything.
Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall.
I got a room? Royal suite, here I
I will
come.
lead you to your room if you need.
Yeah, right. I have friends waiting outside.
Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you anytime.
All right.
Rover! It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the city hall.
Why the long face, Yin Yang?
It sure is.
Shizia, the increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious Rover.
I'm afraid.
So, before that, sweet.
Aren't you the practical type? I'd love me some chili sauce tofu, jinjo mao chai, spicy meat slices. Ugh, I'm starving. Wait a sec.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie,
Still
that sounds
meeting
like
up
the
with
most,
Baja first, right?
like, nastiest thing for me to eat, man. I cannot stand spice.
Do you have any plans, Rover?
That's a 3-day vacation in my books.
Fair point. A 3-day vacation it is. Let's go chill out then. We'll figure out the tokens when we have the chance. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. It sounds like you're off to a secret date or something. What is our magistrate planning to do with these token puzzles?
Maybe she's looking for a soulmate.
Soulmate?
So, Madam Magistrate left some hidden clues in her tokens. Clues that only the right person would be able to decipher. But Rover has lost all memories and would likely forget any kind of decryption method they agreed on. Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
Sure.
So, what's so special about them?
The candy.
A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good. But what does it mean as a token?
He says I'm candy. A small device.
It seems like a miniature sundial. On
Believe
this
so.
sundial, time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches, drawn on the outer ring of its surface, and its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Huanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east, the white tiger stands for the west, the vermilion bird stands for the south, and finally, we have the black tortoise for the north. It seems the sundial is supposed to show both time and direction.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This
Black
is
fruit.
a
Picked it for me.
mangosteen fruit.
Right out of a tree.
Mangosteens are not native to Zhengzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years. So Zhizia and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rover?
Doesn't ring a
When
bell.
it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
Let's ask around. Hello, small child. Have you seen this candy before? After a tense moment of silence, the little girl seems to have finally made up her mind about a great sacrifice. She offers you her hand, revealing a small piece of candy.
I don't have candy like that. But I've got this. It's really good. You can have one.
Thank you, but why?
Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
Oh, well, thanks.
There's still some distance to the Huashu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster.
I just installed some apps for you. Please try looking for one that's called Utilities on the terminal.
See? Just open the utilities, select
Oh, that's
grapple,
cool.
and there you go. If you want to
I'm
be
Spider-Man!
Jinzhou Speedster, you gotta master the grapple. Come on, give it a shot, Rover.
That was awesome.
Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When did he disappear? Don't worry. It's all right. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Oops. Almost forgot. Can't be late. Sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec.
Marshall Fun!
Stop! Don't call me that. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure, go do your thing. Don't worry, I'm staying with him. Rover, let's go inside. GACHA hasn't replied to my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortifi from the Department of Safety. GACHA once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baizhi, but, it seems we've caught him at a bad time.
Hey man, I was wondering if I could speak to you.
The engine doesn't work that well.
Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something?
Well said.
I refuse to tolerate the foolish striving of those insatiable slugs. Since it's difficult for our research to deal with a man like him, I'd rather handle it personally and swift. And you are?
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baizhi, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
I don't even know what you're offending.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baisha should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation, and he joined the Huashu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Shizia told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Sounds like a good guy. Hi, Baiji.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baizhi?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is
All
always
clear?
straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite studies related branches.
We can ask them about other tokens too.
Indeed. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room.
Here.
I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? Well, I don't think I've ever had anything like this in my childhood.
I heard you weren't raised in Wanglong, right?
No, I'm from the New Federation. You mean a sugar pearl might be unique to Huanglong?
Yep.
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baizhi, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure.
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health now. Let's begin, if you're ready. Do you have any questions before we begin?
Do I have to do this?
Based on the samples collected, the Tacit Discord you defeated was at least an Overlord class. After defeating it, you seemingly absorbed its frequency energy with your bare hands.
Will there be any kind of side effects?
You have absorbed a very powerful echo with your body. You may seem fine now, but there could be internal changes that are too subtle to see or detect with my resonance ability. Based on all the records I can find, humans need a Pengu terminal in order to record or replicate an echo's frequency. That's why I am quite curious how you could do that. Do you have any questions before we begin?
I'm ready.
Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal?
Nope, I can't.
I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy.
Will I turn into a monster?
How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking.
Overclocking? Like computers?
When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body.
You got me. You got me.
I use that as a metaphor to express my speculation. If such a thing existed within you, scientists would be eagerly seeking to understand it. There are so many mysteries about you worth exploring. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. This is the Academy's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
This music's awesome. Love the ambiance. Like, this is the exact kind of music I would expect a Datascape to have.
We have gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me?
Try to leave.
The
now.
comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? Huh. I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Rover!
Oh.
Thank goodness. You're awake, Baiju. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? A giant tacit discord with a scythe. It doesn't sound like the crownless. It might be even higher ranked.
The scythe was
This
this
is the first
big.
time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Well, I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good. But if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
Thank you. I will. Oh, I can summon now? Sweet. So I know that this is the one I want to get. This is the reason why I started the game, because of this chick. She reminds me a lot of like the new Lee from Punishing Gray Raven. Yeah. So I really like the whole guns and breaking time and space thing. Maybe I can get her in the first 10 pull. Oh. What's up, man?
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. I have some basic knowledge, but there is someone else who is more knowledgeable in automata mechanics than I am. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like.
Maybe we can brute force
that's
it.
a no-brainer indeed. We can certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective mechanism. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think?
Yeah.
An amiable person, isn't he? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling.
He just naturally lent. And he just naturally lent us a hand.
It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover,
Good guy, Mortefi.
let's come back later, shall we?
Good guy, Mortefi.
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed. You just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
Who's Xiang Li?
Mr. Mortefi? Is that the person you were talking to earlier? Mr. Xiang Li Yao, I think?
Yes. It doesn't take me much effort to figure out this little sundial here. But I do admit talking with Jiang Li made it easier. He's the expert in automata mechanics I mentioned earlier. The only principal investigator we currently have.
Alright, get it over with.
Mr. Mortefi? We found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in.
All ears.
The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources. but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
The wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena, and the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine.
I was about to eat it.
Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhenzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now?
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
Four symbols represent cardinal
The
directions.
earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries.
So it's time-based filing system?
Exactly. Languages may evolve, names may change, but time remains constant.
It's an elegant system indeed.
The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
Follow me.
Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament, but I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Zhenzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Zhenzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance.
Well, they made it.
They failed?
They made it.
We owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it...
I'm one of the children that were saved?
But you are not from Zhenzhou. Maybe the place you came from had a similar situation. With this thought, perhaps, the reports about the sugar pearl are just one part of the clues. The other part about your past and memories is hidden in the documents on the way shelf. What do you think, Rover, about the sugar pearl? What do you think, Rover? I've only seen our magistrate once at the appointment ceremony, so I can't comment on her, but her policies have proven effective and greatly benefited us since she took office. Some believe that The remarkably far-sighted and profound decisions were actually devised by Counselor Changli due to the young age of the Magistrate.
Counselor Changli.
Lady Changli is our Magistrate's advisor and former teacher. She once held a high position in the Central Secretariat, but she requested a transfer to Zhenzhou. I've also heard rumors painting her as a cunning manipulator rather than a loyal servant.
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the Sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The Magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters.
Or, now hear me out. Or maybe
she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to
weed out the wrong recipients.
She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without understanding their true meaning would not be able to use them for access. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
I'm feeling pretty good.
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now.
It's quite a lot. I feel a little bit hungry.
It's the middle of the night. Of course you're hungry. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square.
I'll be there.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
No, not yet. For me.
I have a vacant guest room in my house. And if you don't mind coming over...
Oh, well, I don't know if okay.
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this morning that he's been offered a stay at the City Hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the City Hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow.
Okay. Oh.
Mrs. Panhua, good morning. 3 bowls of extra
No.
spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
Bro, if that was me, I'd be sweating. I'd be like, yeah, get. It's bad, man. Like, I'm Hispanic, and yet I can't eat any spicy food. I'm often forsaken for it, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
What do you say, Rover?
It was way too spicy.
Looks like Bijou's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijou leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
Yeah.
What's our next plan of action, Rover?
Look into
As
the
for
mango
the mangosteen, we got people selling these at the market nearby. We might find some clues there.
Mangosteens are not from Jinzhou. These fruits are usually brought in by boat. Should we start from the harbor? Do you think the token is guiding us outside the city?
She gave me a pass to go anywhere I
The
want,
access
so...
pass may be another hint. There are usually no checkpoints set up in the city besides at City Hall. A pass isn't required unless you have to leave the city borders.
Now, why didn't I think of that? Gotta hand it to you, Yang Yang. It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang?
I'm really strong, you know.
Without a doubt.
What's that? Oh. Well, I think I'm happy to say that I am having a really good time with this game.
Unexpected discovery.
I will be playing a lot more of this to continue this journey. Having a good time with it. But for now, I think that's going to be it. Thank you for watching the video. If you like what I'm doing, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video, alright?
Wind, guide me.